Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Fall Staff Assembly. I am Sara Putnam, and I am honored to serve as the president of USAC, the University Staff Advisory Council. As staff members, we know that the work we do is challenging, but deeply rewarding. We support one another, we grow together, and we each make an impact that goes beyond any single role, department, or division. Our collective efforts reach every part of Vanderbilt, strengthening the mission of the university and creating a campus where fellow staff, students, and faculty can thrive. These assemblies are an opportunity to come together, whether in person or on the live stream. We celebrate the spirit of collaboration and innovation that defines us. And we honor the dedication and hard work each one of you brings to this community every day. Being a staff member at Vanderbilt is so much more than what's in our job descriptions. I have worked here for 12 years, so I know this well. We are part of a community that supports, encourages, and celebrates each other's achievements, and we will get to recognize several colleagues at the end of this program when our staff award winners are announced. I also want to take a moment to recognize USAC's partners in putting on this event, which include many staff members from the Office of the Chancellor, People, Culture, and Belonging, Communications and Marketing, and Catering and Events. Yeah. Thank you all for your hard work to make these assemblies all that they are. During today's program, you'll hear from Chancellor Daniel Diermeier, Class of 2025's Keontae Dowdy, and Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging, Sydney Savion. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chancellor Daniel Diermeier. An internationally renowned political scientist, management scholar, and visionary leader, Diermeier is Vanderbilt's 9th chancellor. Since 2020, Chancellor Diermeier has led a number of ambitious initiatives to increase Vanderbilt's impact and reach and to expand its global presence and reputation. A nationally recognized leader in free expression and civil discourse, he drives efforts to create a culture of radical collaboration, open dialogue, and personal growth that embraces wide-ranging points of view so the Vanderbilt staff, faculty, and students can realize their potential and lead in a complex, ever-changing world. Before arriving at Vanderbilt, Chancellor Diermeier served in faculty and leadership roles at Stanford, Northwestern University, and the University of Chicago, where he served as Dean of the Harris School of Public Policy and later as Provost. Chancellor Diermeier is a Fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences and the Guggenheim Foundation. He has written 5 books, with a 6th forthcoming, and more than 100 articles in various fields, but mostly in the fields of political science, economics, and management. Please welcome Chancellor Diermeier.
I love these banners. Did we always have them? They're new? Oh. They're awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Sara, and good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many of you here today. This event is a highlight for me, really, every time we do it, every semester. And it's one of the most cherished Vanderbilt traditions that we have. It's a tradition that, like Founders Walk or Graduates Day, defines uniquely who we are at Vanderbilt. And at a time when we come together to honor the principles that shape our distinctive identity as a university, we affirm, as we recognize our achievement and impact, how these principles serve our community and our world. Vanderbilt is thriving. across all measures, and still, as our motto says, we're daring to grow. Our momentum is in overdrive, and yet we're still picking up speed. Good news just keeps rolling in. A few weeks ago, we probably had the best week in Vanderbilt's history. One of our faculty members won a MacArthur Genius Award. One of our alums won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Oh yes, we beat Alabama. And Auburn. And then, only a few days later, one of our faculty members in the Blair School was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So when families come to Vanderbilt, they sometimes ask, so what is this place all like? And I say, we really committed to creating a space where every member of our community can grow. It's like from Bach to baseball and everything in between. So you notice I got the genre wrong and I got the sport wrong, but other than that, we're doing pretty well. And then as we're celebrating these victories and accomplishments, we announced that our Dare to Grow campaign exceeded our initial goal of $3.2 billion. 20 months ahead of schedule. And then, and that's important, at a time of great turbulence across higher education, Vanderbilt is not only holding a steady course, but in many ways is leading the charge, as we hope that American universities will find their way back to the core values that made them the envy of the world. So, the common theme in all of this is, at Vanderbilt, we're united by a common purpose and proceed from our shared values. And when we do that, there's nothing we can't do. Just like our Commodore teams combine the strength of each athlete to win the game, our community, strengthened by our diverse ideas and talents, wins as one Vanderbilt. We together, and if we're together, united by a shared purpose and grounded in the same set of values, we can move mountains. And in doing so, we discover, just like we did for those of you that were here during the very challenging time of COVID, when we all came together as one community, that we are able to operate at a level of commitment, agility, and speed that allows us to do extraordinary things. And so, we uncover more possibility. We innovate, we lead. We don't look over our shoulder to measure our action against any other university, but we follow our own path, who we are, with authenticity and with energy. For this is the secret of our current success. But then, there's more to the story, something that, certainly not a secret in this room, may not always be appreciated by everybody. Something that's not always in the headlines, but is behind every headline, driving every victory, every breakthrough, every initiative. And, round of applause, this is the unstoppable force of Vanderbilt staff. Because in so many ways, during this great era of success and momentum, it is you who are leading the charge. You play a strategic starring role in our ongoing story as we show the world what we can do. Vanderbilt's purpose is to provide transformative education and path-breaking research. And the values that guide us in carrying out that purpose include excellence, radical collaboration, continual growth, and the enduring commitment to a culture in which all members of our community belong and can reach their full potential. As Vanderbilt staff, united by these values and working together, you move mountains all the time. You exceed expectations, and then you do even more. Let's look at some examples. I want to start with alumni relations. Alumni Reunion, which we just celebrated, our annual 4-day event that this year brought over 3,500 alumni here to campus. That is a massive affair led by Development and Alumni Relations staff with universities, ceremonies and events. Wasn't there like a cheering section in university? Ceremonies and events? No? All right. All right. Creating amazing gatherings and marketing and communications, bringing the Vanderbilt brand to life across so many media. And then not to mention the army of 165 staff volunteers who banded together to help make it all happen. Fantastic work. And I can tell you, I spend a lot of time talking to alums during these 4 days, and the joy that they walk away with, that they experience, and the sense of pride that they have in our university, that is the result and the reward of all these efforts. DAR also led the Dare to Grow campaign. The impact of that campaign is vast and deep, creating, among other things, 1,200 new undergraduate and graduate scholarships. And let's not forget, that is this year alone, every time when we have these scholarships and these added opportunities to support our students, 1,200 lives changed and improved forever. And remember that Vanderbilt core value of radical collaboration that I mentioned, the one we are working together. When we do that, we suddenly find ourselves doing more than we thought that we can do. True to form, the team behind Dare to Grow charged right ahead until it's broke its own goal, and it will not stop there. DAR's new plan, which, like the sky, has no limits, will go as far as the sky can go, limitless. And that new plan, that new direction, that new going beyond what we've reached about, or what we reached as our goal, that boundless ambition is about as Vanderbilt as one can be. We are not people who let goals get in the way or limit ourselves. And frankly, according to some Commodore football fans, that doesn't only apply to goals, but also to goal posts. And we should be very proud of our students that they were able to carry a large amount of equipment through downtown without creating property damage and only temporarily creating a shipping hazard. That's pretty nice. And talking about athletics, that is the power of athletics. And that's what drives our athletic staff, whether they're coaching or championship teams or leading the major renovations of the facilities that foster their success, and that look amazing. I just toured the new basketball operations facilities. They're phenomenal, and there was a wonderful feature on the evening news. What a tremendous accomplishment. And that success happens on the field, but it also happens off the field. Just to ask the 88 student athletes who were on our spring SEC academic honor roll, after staff at the Ingram Center for Student Athletic Success helped them reach their potential. Staff-led efforts like these, and there are so many, show how our purpose of transformative education is given its distinctive Vanderbilt stamp, its character, through the value we place both on academic rigor and growing as a whole person. We believe that people grow best when they are both supported and challenged at the same time. And we know that this requires a community where they feel at home, free to be themselves, and a culture that values many perspectives and welcomes all people. A culture that values, in a word, belonging to our Vanderbilt community. And so, our staff intentionally create and nourish that culture. To illustrate, let me tell you the story of how a signature Vanderbilt experience was transformed to even better align with our values, to the vision and radical collaboration of our staff. I'm talking about Vanderbilt's Welcome Week, which lasts 7 days on our campus, but its impact on a student's life lasts a lifetime. It is when belonging begins, first with the enthusiastic welcome of new students on move-in day, where we have hundreds of student volunteers in their fetching t-shirts, heavily caffeinated, try to do their best to do an impression of a NASCAR pit crew. And boy, does it make a difference for our families that in a moment when they turn the corner and see who is waiting for them, feel that they are part of the community too. And then it goes on to the induction into the Vanderbilt community at Founders Walk, and a whole variety of events that happen through the week. Founders Walk, that is such an important ritual. And I have to tell you, for 3 years, I really hope we can get this right. Okay, I had this vision. It was like a festive and celebratory and a little Harry Potterish. And we worked hard, and there were a few setbacks, but this year it was perfect. It was just fantastic, and it was just a wonderful moment when you can see now that through our joint effort, through working together, we're creating an experience for these students that they will never forget. So many people worked to make this possible. Well, of course, there is special events, our star today, communication and marketing, student affairs, undergraduate education, and auxiliary services, the parent and family office, all of them work together to make this work. The videos that were taken at this event were seen 5.5 million times. By the way, that is 1,200% increase in viewership over the last 5 years. I have to kind of visualize that in my mind. But that is that experience, and then our way to talk about it and experience it for the families that were not part of it, but now can experience that way. That's what brings that experience home to everyone in a palatable way. Of course, some mountains require working together for a little bit longer. Expanding our residential cottage community into our new Western neighborhood took 12 years. And divisions as varied as facilities, administration, finance, the office of the provost, plus a few funds raised by DAR, all of them coming together to make this wonderful new neighborhood possible. And this wonderful, vibrant, sustainable community so beautifully reflects many of our values. And there's great coffee there now as well. And when I toured it, I learned that they're baking their pastries every day as well. So if you're in the mood for a little pastry, freshly made, and a delicious cup of coffee from these super impressive Italian espresso makers that it takes 5 years to master, Carmichael College is your place to go. Let me say one thing about our relationship with Nashville. We have a wonderful relationship with the city, with the mayor, with Mayor O'Connell. And one of the things that we're working very hard to make our city a leading center of innovation, where universities play such an important part, Government and community relations really led that charge. And they were crucial in forming what's called the National Innovation Alliance with the Mayor's Office, and playing a really important part also in creating and sustaining a partnership between our Peabody School and Metro Nashville Public Schools to make sure that our children, that the children of Nashville, that the students there can learn already, that their learning can be even better in the K-12 environment as well. And they were really important in helping make the Roberts Academy and Dyslexia Center a possibility. By the way, the Roberts Academy and Dyslexia Center is a phenomenal example of what is possible. It was made possible through a landmark philanthropic gift from Helen Marjorie Roberts. And what's so impressive to me is that they had no connection to Vanderbilt whatsoever. But they had heard about us. That's where, for example, communications comes in, that we were the very best place in the world to create the leading center and academy for dyslexia. And through doing that, transforming the lives of so many children that when they graduate from the Roberts Academy can realize their full potential in their education. Think for a moment about what all of this means. When people look at Vanderbilt, this is what they experience, this is what they see. They see a university they can believe in, a university worth trusting, with what matters most, and a community of people to team up and work with in the shared purpose of a better world. This is because we are a community defined by our purpose and guided by our values, with staff like you leading the way every day. With every initiative we spearhead, with every phone call you answer, and every Zoom call you show up for, with every student you help, with every campus tree, boy do we love those trees, you nurture, every building you maintain, and every meal you serve. You, every day, are Vanderbilt. And I'm profoundly grateful and proud to serve as your chancellor. And I look forward to leading our university to its next great era, together with you, together as one Vanderbilt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor, for those inspiring words. Before we get to our next speaker, I wanted to say a few words about the University's Staff Advisory Council. In my role as the 2024-25 President of USAC, I lead a group of more than 90 elected individuals who represent more than 4,000 full and part-time staff members. Together, we are the voice of Vanderbilt staff, and we are charged with the goal of making a difference in the lives of our staff members the same way they do for campus. If you have any thoughts or suggestions for us, we encourage you to visit vanderbilt.edu/USAC or email us at usac@vanderbilt.edu. Now on to our next speaker. One of the great joys of working here is interacting with the incredible Vanderbilt student population. I am delighted to welcome one of them to our assembly today on behalf of the student body. Keontae Dowdy is a senior majoring in human and organizational development and political science. Originally from Alabama, he will be moving to New York City after graduation to join Citigroup as a sales and trading analyst, with plans to pursue law school in the future. Please welcome Keontae.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to Ms. Putnam for that introduction, and thank you all for having me today. When Celeste sent that email asking me to speak, I was so excited, because I truly love our Vanderbilt staff. My name is Keontae, and I'm a senior here. I'm studying political science and human and organizational development. It's truly a privilege to stand before you today and share my thoughts about something that deeply resonates with me, which is the ideal of collectively striving to succeed. This philosophy is not just a tagline. It's a guiding principle that underscores the importance of teamwork, collaboration, and support in our community. At Vanderbilt, we are encouraged to dare to grow, to take risks, to learn from one another, and lift each other as we climb. As students, we often focus on our classes, our extracurricular activities, and personal journeys. But I can confidently say that none of these experiences would be as enriching or successful without the unwavering support of you guys. You are the backbone of this institution, and your hard work creates an environment where students can flourish. Your efforts, such as the University Counseling Center, providing essential support for students, IT, keeping the campus connected, even if the student body would appreciate if Brightspace shut down for a day, the Identity Centers, creating safe spaces for all, and O'Hare, for ensuring our dorms are well maintained. These efforts have a profound impact on our educational experiences. To grant writers who support research, to librarians who preserve history, to orientations directors, and everything in between. I want to talk about one of my favorite places on campus. I've had the pleasure of working in the admissions office for the past 3 years. My journey into this role was born out of my experience as a first-generation college student. I wanted to help others who share similar backgrounds navigate their paths to higher education. The admission staff has become some of my favorite people on campus. It's more than just a job for me. Their support and camaraderie have made my time here truly special. They've been instrumental in my professional development, such as teaching me what values to look for in a future employer, and helping me refine my presentation skills. Whether it's providing constructive feedback after a practice session, or being there to celebrate my successes, or inviting me to collaborate on the events that they plan, the staff has really supported me and my growth. I do want to give a special shout out to Ms. D, Ann, Jay, Taylor, Grace, John Palmer, Megan, Maria, John Palmer again, Alicia, and Jay. Listen, I could go on and on. There's more than 75 people in that office, but I only have 3 minutes up here. I truly love everyone in that office. I want to talk about another one of my favorite aspects of campus life, dining. I'm a huge fan of campus dining, not just because I love food, but also because I can't cook. Seriously, when I came to college, my mom's biggest fear was that I would live on instant ramen and frozen pizzas. That is why I've made it a mission to befriend staff in each dining hall. Now, before I even glance at the menu, I check in with my friends like Miss Charlene, Z, Miss Tiffany. They always know how to make my day brighter, whether it's a friendly smile or that little extra treat that makes me feel special. But it's not just dining staff who makes a difference. In the registrar's office, I appreciate those who always answers my questions and lengthy emails with patience and clarity. In the financial aid office, Ms. Kedra Ruff, I love you, Ms. Kedra Ruff. She's been my advisor for 4 years. Ms. Kedra Ruff and the other counselors have taken the time to explain every detail to me and my mother, ensuring we understood the process fully. To Dar, that the Chancellor was talking about, the scholarships that you raised, that's why I'm up here today, so thank you guys. At the Career Center, I've spent countless meetings with Madeline Tallow and Dr. Elena Hayes, receiving invaluable support for interviews and attending career fairs. My friends have also raved about the impact of library staff who go out of their way to help with research and finding resources. Shout out to the Mailing Center, who makes my shopping addiction possible. And let's not forget the campus custodians who keep our living spaces clean and welcoming, making a huge difference in our daily lives. Every one of these individuals contribute to making Vanderbilt a place where we can all thrive. I want to express my deep gratitude for all Vanderbilt staff. You are the heartbeat of this institution, and your contributions often go unseen. But when the Chancellor talks about collectively striving to succeed, it's you, the staff, who embody that spirit. Your efforts empower students like me to focus on our studies, pursue our passions, and grow as individuals. Without your support, I wouldn't be the happy, engaged student that I am today. In my experience, it truly takes a village to create a thriving educational environment. The relationships we build with staff members make our time at Vanderbilt not only successful, but also meaningful. The care and attention you provide create a safety net for students as we navigate the ups and downs of college life. Each interaction, whether it's a quick chat in the hall, or assistance in the office, or lengthy emails, or hopping on a Zoom call, each interaction reinforces the idea that we are all in this together. Together, we are not just a university, we're a family striving for collective success. Once again, thank you all for having me, and I really appreciate all of your hard work on campus. Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here, thank you for those kind remarks, Keontae, and good luck in New York. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sydney Savion, Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging. She is an international leader in workforce development, organizational culture, and employee-centered learning. With more than 20 years of executive leadership roles, most recently at Google, and as a retired commissioned officer of the U.S. Air Force, Vice Chancellor Savion has launched several initiatives in her short time at Vanderbilt. These include enhancing hiring and talent acquisition, access to enhanced professional development through the Futures Learning Hub, and a reimagined onboarding experience. Please welcome Vice Chancellor Savion.
Thank you, Sara. Wow, this is amazing. How many of you walked over here today? The campus is looking beautiful. Squirrels are looking beautiful. You all are looking beautiful too. So good afternoon. I'm Sydney Savion, Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging. I know from my own experience here how quickly days, especially today, I just got in this morning, weeks and months can fly by as we support Vanderbilt's mission from all facets of the institution. It feels like hardly a few blinks go by between welcoming our first years to campus in August and seeing our seniors graduate in May. Your time is valuable. And research shows that when we are mindful of the moments we're in, we gain more value from our experiences, recognizing moments that matter the most in our life could allow you to deepen your connections and navigate challenges with greater resilience. As Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging, one of my charges is to provide opportunities for growth and development for all of you. What I offer here is not a certificate for your resume, but it's a mindset I hope you will take with you for the rest of your time at Vanderbilt and beyond. Chancellor Diermeier often says, "You belong at Vanderbilt." And he is right. We all belong at Vanderbilt. And I invite you to think back on your own Vanderbilt journey. What moments have mattered the most? Which ones have helped you find a sense of belonging? Maybe it was the moment you received your offer letter. I know it was for me. Or the first time you set foot on this beautiful campus. Likewise for me. These are shared, impactful experiences for our community. We also have unique moments that define our own sense of belonging, like launching a team project after months of hard work, being elected by your division as the USAC representative or even president, or the first time you earned a promotion. Maybe it's the time that you had a surgery and your colleagues sent you flowers, or as a new manager when you conducted your first one-on-one with your employee. Perhaps something urgent and unexpected came up that you had to deal with, but you didn't have to do it alone. Your team rallied around you, and together you made it through that situation to a successful conclusion. Because while we all belong at Vanderbilt, we also belong to one another. We create space for each other, honoring the differences between us and celebrating its impact on our collective growth. Our time here isn't just about the moments we create for ourselves. It's also about the moments we help create for others. Maybe you offered yourself as a mentor, or You covered a colleague's shift so that they could take time off for a family celebration. You made the extra effort for a homesick student, which made them realize that Vanderbilt is their home too. You volunteered to hand out water bottles at commencement, saw the glowing faces of our graduates and their families, and realized your hard work all year alongside your fellow staff had culminated into this special moment. All of these moments come together to build a culture of belonging at Vanderbilt. I cannot build this culture alone, but I believe we can do it together. Following our program today, as you enjoy some quality time with your coworkers, I encourage you to reflect on your moments that matter. And at the reception, I hope you will engage with the Moments That Matter wall. Look at it over there. It's so beautiful. Yes, that we've put up to collect your stories, both your own impactful moments and those that you helped another member of the Vanderbilt community experience. Our video team will also be capturing some stories we can share throughout the year to inspire others. For those watching online, we want to hear from you too. And we'll be sending out more information on how to submit your stories soon. To every staff member, thank you for all that you do. And thank you for being here today, whether in person, watching online, or watching the recording later. It's our moment. And I wish for you many moments that matter. Every experience at Vanderbilt starts with a moment of true belonging. Moments bringing our community together, shaping who we are and what we can accomplish. Tackling challenges together, celebrating accomplishments, honoring creativity, teamwork, and innovation. These moments matter and frame our collective journey. You belong here because we shape Vanderbilt together. Amazing, amazing. And this will be shared on social and everywhere, right, Susanna? Yes. In just a few moments, I'll be helping Chancellor Diermeier present our staff awards. The 2024 Fall Staff Awards recognize individuals and teams who have gone above and beyond their duties, embodying the spirit of excellence and dare to grow. This is a hallmark of our university. Each of the awards represents a core value upheld within Vanderbilt. Together, they represent a small sample of the enormous impact of staff contributions to our community and the Vanderbilt mission. As Chancellor Diermeier announces our award winners, we'd like those who are here to please come up to the stage to receive your award and take a photo. Chancellor, if you're ready, we can begin the Community Impact Award. Thank you.
Love that video. Okay, favorite part of the program, awards. We begin with the Community Impact Award. The Community Impact Award recognizes staff members who represent Vanderbilt through community engagement, service, association leadership, or other outreach to help create mutual understanding and strong relationships with those outside the community. This year, the Community Impact Award goes to Jessamine Davis. Jessamine Davis oversees emergency preparedness for Vanderbilt University's Public Safety Office of Emergency Management. So in other words, her job is to worry about when things go really bad. That's her job description. And so in order to accomplish and be prepared for that, she fostered vital partnerships with agencies like Metro Nashville Fire Department, the U.S. Army, the FBI, or the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency. Because of Jessamine, we are safer and more prepared. We're safer at football games, within reason, because she was our liaison with Metro Nashville Fire for fire safety for First Bank Stadium, and I'm sure she had a busy night a few weeks ago. Or in an emergency like a tornado, because she developed the Vanderbilt Disaster Outreach Program, which sends text and emails with timely information to our community. And in their campus building, she set up the Knoxbox program, making it easier for VU, public safety, and Metro Fire personnel to access university buildings quickly during emergencies. Thanks to Jessamine, we are more ready, whatever comes our way. Congratulations, Jessamine. Next is the Innovation Excellence Award. That award goes to a staff member or group or team for excellence in innovation, demonstrated by implementing or attempting a new system or approach that has had a meaningful and significant impact on a process, program, or initiative at Vanderbilt. The winners of the Innovation Excellence Award are members of the team from People, Culture, and Belonging, who created and launched the new onboarding experience, Vanderbilt Voyage. The team members being recognized are Joanna Eccles, Chancey Ryan, Hannah Johnson, Jonathan Pate, and Whitney Coppinger. I think the awards took a tumble. I hope they're okay there. Okay. Vanderbilt Voyage is transforming the experience of joining Vanderbilt for your work life. The team designed, created, and delivered this new orientation experience. It's not just an hour or day of orientation, it's a year-long blueprint for an employee's first year at Vanderbilt that fosters connections with our people and our culture. It offers new employees an immersive journey into the university's mission, vision, core values, history, and traditions. The program stands out for its focus on moments that matter, meaningful experiences that foster a sense of purpose, belonging, and growth. Thanks to the Vanderbilt Voyage team, our new staff members are getting a good start towards experiencing the many moments that matter during their Vanderbilt career. Congratulations to you all. Next comes the Leadership Excellence Award. This award, recognizing staff members who empower, educate, coach, or support Vanderbilt colleagues and show outstanding commitment to the university's mission through strong, courageous leadership that builds partnership, engagement, and trust across our community. This year's Leadership Excellence Award goes to Jennifer Bishop. Jennifer is the Executive Director for Research Operations within the Office of the Vice Provost for Research and Innovation. So that's also a Sybil Raver Award. Goes 1-1 for you. She's also a Vanderbilt alum. That's another one for the Provost. Jennifer plays a crucial role in developing Vanderbilt research centers and institute. Finance, personnel, and space, as well as operations, are all within her expertise. According to her nominator, she is, and I quote, a superstar leader. You will not hear Jennifer say anything of the following. Not say, it would be too difficult. Or, that is not my problem. Instead, you will hear, let's figure it out. Or, I will help. Jennifer creates a culture of mutual respect and works with staff to understand what needs to be done and how to get there together. Operational support from Jennifer and her team provides the strong foundation that Vanderbilt researchers need to advance breakthroughs that can change the world. Congratulations, Jennifer. Professional Excellence Award. That's our next recognition. The award recognizes a person who goes beyond specific job duties to support Vanderbilt's mission and success by demonstrating excellence, positively influencing the work environment, fostering cooperation, achieving goals, and overcoming obstacles. This year, we're presenting 2 staff members with Professional Excellence Awards, because there's so much professional excellence around. So our first recipient is Bonnie Ertel. Well, I'm going to read the description. Hopefully Bonnie will show up to accept the award. Bonnie is an editor and writer with communications and marketing who has been telling Vanderbilt's story for nearly 28 years, especially to the university's alumni magazines. She's herself part of that story as a Peabody alum, that's another award for the provost, a longtime staffer, a mentor, and leader. A superb writer, Bonnie has created engaging stories about Vanderbilt's people, its history, and its campus. An artist with deep appreciation for the arts, she has helped shine a spotlight on Vanderbilt artists. She had written about the lives, death, dreams, and accomplishments of many alums. And across the university, Bonnie has built relationships and earned the trust of everyone who has collaborated with her. For her colleagues, Bonnie is an icon. She inspires with her knowledge, her talent, and her unending generosity and kindness. Congratulations, Bonnie. So is Bonnie here today? No? All right, Communication and Marketing Vice Chancellor, come on and accept on behalf of her, okay? Hey, we're nothing if not flexible, okay? So, the second recipient of this year's Professional Excellence Award is Helene Howell. Helene is an administrative specialist with the Susan Gray School, where young children of all abilities play and learn alongside one another. She does whatever is needed to support her colleagues and the school's children and families, always lending an empathetic ear. And offering help throughout life's obstacles, whether she's establishing a food pantry for the school's families or coordinating ride-sharing for a colleague with car problems. Helene always models a positive and solution-oriented approach. She also ensures that Vanderbilt students in early childhood education who work at the school have opportunity to experience a range of mentors and student age groups. Helene has worked with children throughout her life. At Susan Gray School, she's making significant contributions every day to continue the important work of helping all children learn. Congratulations. Our next award is the Research Excellence Award, which recognizes a staff member whose support of research has significantly advanced the process of discovery and the pursuit of knowledge at Vanderbilt. That's another one for the Provost. So this year, the Research Excellence Award goes to Prashant Singh. There. Prashant is a scientist and senior research associate in the Department of Pharmacology, developing new insights into combating infectious diseases. Bacterial infections are the second leading cause of death, so understanding the behavior of bacteria is crucial. Prashant is investigating how bacteria that cause disease move towards a favorable niche in the body to start an infection. Now listen to this. His research shows that bacteria contain an electric motor that allow them to move, change speed, and steer in different directions. Take that, Google, okay, in terms of like a... Never mind. This helps them form... Well, you're not working for Google anymore, Stitchy, right? So you won't. This helps them form infections and evade antibodies. Prashant's lab has started working to develop brakes for this motor, which then could make antibiotics more effective. How about that? This work has grabbed the attention of the general public and has energized scientists to follow Prashant's example and follow their curiosity into research at the edge of what is currently known. Congratulations, Prashant. A bacterial electric motor. Our next award is the Student Impact Award, which goes to staff members who, through access, resources, mentorship, or service, have had a positive impact on Vanderbilt students' quality of life and continued success at the university. This year's winner of the Student Impact Award is Nick Heyer. Nick is with the Graduate and Postdoc Academic Success Program, where he helps students navigate the landscape of higher education to reach their goals. Nick was nominated for this award by a student who was unsure of their path. Which research trajectory is the right one? Was academia even the right path? This uncertainty was compounded by feelings of isolation as a first-generation student, which the two of us know very well. Nick listened with empathy, provided guidance, and connected the student with resources to clarify goals and identify paths towards achieving them. With Nick's guidance, the student found the path towards forward, finding a change and accepting and pursuing a change in research direction, but also left with increased self-awareness. Nick's one-on-one work with graduate students fosters a more supportive and inclusive environment at Vanderbilt and enhances students' quality of life now and their potential for success in the future. Congratulations, Nick. Oh, this is good. All right. Dare to Grow Prize, our final award for today is the Dare to Grow Prize, honoring members of the university community who embody the university's motto, Crescere Aude, Dare to Grow. These individuals and teams have demonstrated agility and creative solutions in their work, adapting a Dare to Grow mentality. Our first recipient of the Dare to Grow Prize is Sean Ruers. This is not Sean. This is Ali Sullivan, who is accepting the award on his behalf because Sean can't be with us today, probably figuring out a new solution for something. Sean is a project manager with campus planning and construction. He manages projects in facility renewal, small construction and sustainability. And this past June, he managed a project in the category, holy cow. West House, one of our first-year residence halls on the Commons, needed new HVAC units. And they were to be installed on the roof. We usually do this using cranes, but the unique challenges of the site, lots of trees and buildings, required an innovative approach, so cranes were out. Sean's solution? Use a helicopter. Over 9 months, Sean meticulously planned the project, navigated all logistical challenges, complexity, and coordinated many different teams and resources, and stole a helicopter from the medical center. That's not true. That is not true. That is nothing, no property was reappropriated. Not true. And after all of this coordination, we can only say, mission accomplished. The project not only solved immediate logistical issue, but also set a new standard for future projects, I'll say so. Sean demonstrated that even the most challenging problems can be solved with dedication and bold thinking. Congratulations, Sean. And Ali. The winners of our second Dare to Grow prize, our final award for today, is the University Ceremonies and Events team. Alison Frazee, Emily Becker, Mallory Bowman, Natalie Filio, Susan Kennedy, Brooke McVeigh, Connor Vandiver, Megan Whitney. This team creates the university's big events. Founders Walk to welcome the students, commencement to celebrate the end of this stage of their journey at Vanderbilt, reunion, just talked about this, for alums to reconnect with each other, launches for major initiatives like our New York campus, and the Institute of National Security. Now I have to say something about the New York campus. So we had everything planned with flowers and beautiful, and then it rained. So the team, on a dime, decided, let's take all the flowers and move them inside. So the whole festival, the whole hall, which is beautiful by itself, became a beautiful botanical garden. Yes. And then they organized this event. So the event where they're getting is kind of complicated, okay? So over the past few years, our big events changed in a big, significant way. The pandemic led to our first double commencement and first triple reunion. Bad weather moved the 2023 commencement to Bridgestone. 2024 commencement was at Geodis Park because of campus construction. And 2024 Founders Walk shone with extra magic and even some Harry Potter vibes. The logistics are daunting, challenging traditions is hard, but in the end, these events reached new levels of amazing experiences because this team transforms necessity into opportunity. They take on every challenge and embrace the opportunity to rethink the events that are such a vital part of our community life, and to create new ones as the university dares to grow. Congratulations to all of you.
Can we have one more round of applause for all our award winners? I'd like to thank Chancellor Diermeier, Vice Chancellor Savion, and Keontae Dowdy for joining us today and addressing Vanderbilt staff. And for all of you taking time to be with us today, both in person and online. I am looking forward to sharing my own moment of belonging at our reception, which will begin shortly. I hope that many of you will join me in sharing your moments, whether in writing on a note card or to be displayed on our wall, or telling your stories directly to our VU video team who will be walking around. If you are not here in person, you can also share your moments through the link we'll be sending out tomorrow. To everyone who has joined us here today in person and online for the 2024 Fall Staff Assembly, thank you and have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a Happy New Year.